Hello, welcome back. We have basically almost come to the end of controls, how you control the flow of your program. But before then, we have to look at three more concepts. We have one video for one of those concepts, and then another video for the other two concepts. Now, we have something similar to if statement in Java, and that is switch. It is known as what the switch statement. Now, how does the switch statement differentiate itself from the if statement? Let me clear out all of this, and I'll delete. So this is how the switch statement is different from the if statement. Now the switch statement, it has to do with what is known as a case, and that case can be any variable type. It can be an integer type, a boolean type, or a long type, but it cannot be any value of any real number value, that is values that are of double or of type float. That includes decimal associated with that is a floating point value. So let's take a good look at the switch statement. So the switch statement goes like this. So we have switch, and this switch statement is going to take an expression. Like I stated, this expression can be the value of a variable, or in fact it can be a variable. So for that, I have to create a variable at first, and I'll say int I is equal to 7, and yes, the switch statement is going to take the variable name I, and we can have what is known as case afterward. So I'll press enter. Now I'll do case. Now the value of I can do case 3, case 2, and then I'll include column, and I'll print out the value that says the given value is plus I, and I can repeat the same for quite a couple of them, and case 2 all the way to case 8. Oh boy. I just highlighted them, then I'll just press Ctrl D to copy them down. So 2, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now I have to point something out. That is due to the fact that we only have a single statement, so we don't necessarily need to print out to add a block. We don't necessarily need to add a new pair of curly braces to signify that okay, we are doing the case, because we just have a single statement. But however, if we have more than one statement associated with each case, we have to wrap those statements in a block. Let's take, for example, case 7, which should be the case that will be executed. I want to print out and say something simple that says find the case, and that is it. And I'll run the program. And you will see something play out. Now immediately it gets to case 7, it's going to execute what is associated with case 7 and the rest of this. You can see it found the case. The given value is 7. Then it went ahead and executed this statement also, and the case 8, and also went ahead and executed case 9. So this is how this switch statement works. But this was the syntax of the switch statement prior to Java 17. prior to Java 17. With the release of Java JDK 17, the syntax for the switch statement was updated. So I stated that I'll be making use of other JDK also, because this video was not all part of the video was done with the release of JDK 21, but I stated that wherever it is relevant to draw to your attention that there was an update, I will let you know. So this is one of the updates that was included in Java 17, and it's also in the JDK package on 21. So to make things simple and to fix this issue, so that the program does not go ahead and execute case 8 and case 9, what we'll have to do is change the symbol right here, which is the colon, and I'll select all of them. For that, just highlight the colon, then do Alt J for the rest. I'm going to change it to a symbol that looks like an arrow, which is a dash and then the greater than symbol. And this is what I want to do. I want to add a space before that. So just take all your cursor, highlighting back, and press space. And that is it. So I think says duplicate branch in switch. Okay, I can merge the case with 2 automatically. Let me see, I merged it with 2, and I can also merge with 2 again. So I guess I don't really need to do that, but just to make things simplified, you can see IntelliJ is telling us that okay, we can add all of these cases together because we are doing the same thing with each of these cases. We are just printing out the value of I, and nothing much more complex. So we can merge all of these cases together, since we will be printing out only the value of I. But in the case of 7, we are also printing out another statement, so it will merge it. So you can see we have all the kind of warning or highlighting in the rest cases. But if I do something like this, by removing this, you see, I'm sure I should have same warning. Yes, that is it. I have the same hint also, but let me undo that stuff. Quite a number of Ctrl Z's, and I'm back here. So that is it for the switch statement. Now you see the other syntax printed out the 7th case and also went ahead and executed the case number 8 and case number 9. So all I have to do is change the symbol from that column to the new syntax that is associated with the newest JDK, and then I'll run the program this time around, and you see what is going to play out. And yes, found the case, the given value is 7. So this was the latest of this that was introduced in the JDK 17th version that fixed this issue that was being found in the use of the switch statement. So with the release of JDK 17, all you have to do is make use of this symbol instead of the column symbol. So that is it for the switch statement. Now in addition, we can also have a default case. The default case simply works in a way that if each of these cases does not turn out to be true, that is, if each of these values here, we have in case 2, case 3, case 4, case 5, and so on and so forth. If 7 was to be absent from this list, let me highlight and delete. Then with the default case, we can do something like this. We say default, and we'll say the correct case was not found. That is it. Now run the program. And you see clearly that it is the default case that will get executed. Now let's simplify things a bit. Let me just highlight on all of this and clear the whole of this. Let me clear the whole of this. See, the correct case was not found. Let me tell you of this just so you know. I'll just use a comma to separate them. 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9. So for each of these cases, this value should be printed out if the given case turns out to be true. Now we've seen how to use an integer type. We can also let us take a look at how to use the character to work with switch. I stated earlier, that doubles and floats cannot be used with the switch statement. So also is boolean values. Boolean values cannot be used with the switch statement. We expect a character or integer of either a type of long, int, short, or byte. But we can play also with string and enum type. More on enum type in the future. Now, let us take a look at characters, for instance. And let us have character alphabet. Or I'll see first alphabet equals to character A. And we semicolon. And we have to switch first alphabet and we have a case, and the first case should be like this: A, case A, and then we can say the first alphabet in the English letters is found. And we know that letter B is the second alphabet, so I just have to do a simple duplication of all of this, and I have to change this to D, to C, and then this to D. So the first, this should be the second, this should be the third, and then it should be the fourth. And as you can know, we also have our default case, and the default case goes like this. You can say the location of the alphabet in the was not found. So that's something I could just come up with at this point in time. That is it. So I'm going to run the program, and as you can see, IntelliJ is already telling us that, oh, this is the reachable statement in the whole of this case, in the whole of these other ones, due to the fact that when you take a look at the program, you will discover that switch the value A is equal to this. So this, I can also move it from here to this point, but there is nothing can go after the default keys, because the default case is at the bottom. It only executes the default case when each of these has been executed. If I try to move it below the default case, you see I will have okay, I think there is no error, but I think this is going to run before the last case. Let's take a look at it. So I'll run the program. Okay, I think it's even when I ahead and skipped the default case. it went ahead and executed the original case. So I think we are good. I can move it back to the position where I wanted it to be, and that is before the default case. So that is how the switch statement works. So the switch statement is going to check the variable and the value that is associated with it, and check the case that has that value associated with it, and execute that case. So we've pretty much come to the end of this video on switch statement. That is it. Please, if you are here to subscribe to this channel, please do so. Give this video a thumbs up and also click that bell icon so that whenever I upload the next video, you get notified. Peace out, and I will catch you in the next one.